Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you for your personal growth and spiritual development. And here's me again in Thailand, and we're in June now, and witnessing the world, just witnessing behaviours all over the world. What's going on in the world, what's going on where I live, what's going on in the UK. I went back to the UK not long ago, and it's amazing how many people are moaning and complaining about money. It's very easy at the moment with the Brexit situation to be concerned about the exchange rate of the British sterling. I know when I first came to Thailand in 2003, some 15 years ago, I was getting 67, 70 up Thai baht to the pound. Sterling, the pound, has dropped so much now that I'm lucky to get 43. It's dropped by about 40%, which means that a pound is worth about 60 pence here. Probably less, actually. Now, the project that I built here was budgeted, and I think since Brexit, the project has probably cost me something like £18,000 more than I budgeted for, because when I sent lump sums of money over, it was just worth less when it arrived. So I've had to send more. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I'm not particularly a materialistic guy, but you know, we do live in the world and we do want things. I always have this process where I say, what do you want to have, be and do? And clearly one of the things that you want to be in a situation is that you want to have enough money so you don't have to worry about money. Now, that could be whatever level you want. You certainly don't want to be in debt. One of the things I'm witnessing here, and all over the world really, but not in the UK, is that a lot of people live on credit. When I used to go to networking meetings, business meetings, people were pretending to be successful. They had all the trappings of success: the car, the computer, the clothes, maybe even the house and the furnishings in the house, but a lot of it was all borrowed money. People with hotels, people with businesses looking like they were doing really well, going on cruises and a whole range of things, and yet living, teetering on a tightrope. You know, if they had a bad month, they couldn't cover the costs. People who had negative equity in their properties, people who were mortgaged and remortgaged and borrowing money, and probably borrowed something like £20,000, £10,000 on a credit card, and were maxing out their monthly payments and hardly touching the capital, just continually paying. And you see these adverts on television all the time, don't you, where you can buy things on what I call the never. You never pay. Even cars these days, people don't pay for them cash. They buy half a car. These repayment schemes where you make a loan for half the car so that your monthly payment is negligible, but you never own the car, because 3 years into it you might just have paid for half the car, and then the contract is that you have a settlement figure, which people never pay. They just go again, don't they? So people don't own things anymore now. Everything's borrowed, everything's paid for on the never. We live in a credit society, and you're always in debt, and that debt is a weight around your neck. It's like something hanging over you that you never feel free from. And that lack of freedom, that feeling that you're always working to pay for what you've got, is really stressful. Here in Thailand and a lot of countries that I go to, I've worked in Germany, I've worked in Spain, I've been on the continent, they tend to have a different ethic. I'm not saying everywhere, but people should, wherever you are and whatever I've seen, live within your means. If you earn £200 a week, then spend £150 and save £50. If you earn £500 a week or £5,000 a week, then again, put some money away for a rainy day. Live well, but what's next? I know people who earn 20, 30, 35, 40, £45,000 a year and retire with nothing in the bank. Quite often people have beautiful houses, beautiful cars, beautiful holidays, nothing in the bank. And as I found in 2007, when I had a spine injury, I went from earning something like £28,000 a year from the AA to getting something like £119 a week on disability, which didn't last for very long, because I did have savings and I never got benefits. I wouldn't want benefits. I would always want to be independent. I know people sometimes need benefits because they can't be independent, and there's no judgment there, but ultimately, you know, if you're putting your hand out and somebody else is funding your life, again, you know, you're a victim to that, whether it's your fault or not, and there's no judgment in that. But there's no freedom in that lifestyle. There's no freedom in always worrying about money. You know, can I afford this? Can I afford that? You want to have enough money so you don't worry about money. So I would recommend that you save. I would recommend that you look at what you got in the bank and you get out of the red and into the black. That you, if you can save £5 a week or £3 a week or £15 a week, then you do it. And I know a lot of people who don't have a pension, and people who are self-employed who don't have a pension, and people in companies who don't have a pension. Well, you can make your own arrangements for that. You can either get a private pension scheme, which you really would benefit from getting young, or you make some provision to have an extra income. I know I, at one time, had 4 jobs. I worked for the AA, that earned me money. I was a single dad. I needed the stability of that to pay my mortgage and to give me a pension, and I got a good pension. But I also had a martial arts business that earned me money, which was something I did on a Wednesday, Friday and a Sunday. I was a Reiki master. I did that for donations, but ultimately it made me money also. And I had a hypnotherapy holistic service. I did all those things as a single dad while I was on shifts, and I managed to retire at 50. And I'm not going to boast about my story, but I did really well. But I thought it through. I used my mind. I took good advice from my dad and my mum, and I watched what other people achieved, and I knew what I wanted to achieve. If you bimble through your life and you don't allow yourself to, if you bimble through your life and you don't allow yourself to have what you want, then in my opinion, you're going to always end up putting your hand out and letting everybody else sort you out, and you don't want to be in that situation. Sort yourself out. Take responsibility for your life, your income and your future. Start saving now. This is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, witnessing the world. Have a good life. Bye for now.